Hey everyone, Wanderbot here, and welcome to Birds. Specifically, welcome to Wingspan, the digital version of the point engine tabletop game that I really like. I've got it on my shelf, and all of its expansions, 10 feet away from me? It's beautifully illustrated and incredibly complex. That's a ton of fun too, and the digital version is, I'm gonna say possibly better just because it smooths over all of the setup and the mechanics and does all that for you. And they've just released their Oceania expansion, which added a bunch of new birds and a new mechanic, specifically nectar, a wildcard resource that can be used for any of the food types in the game, and also gives you points at the end of the game depending on how much you've spent compared to everybody else. Anyway, so I've loaded up an AI game, so it's just me versus a bunch of computers, and we are just going to do our dangdest. We're going to do our best to beat them all. Admittedly, I have them on an easier difficulty just so I can show the game off. So the one thing we want to look at before we pick our birds, I've got two selected beforehand, but we have interesting birds that eat anything, 2 points per bird. Or behaviorist, for each column that contains birds with 3 different power colors. Each column, 3 per... I'm gonna go for omnivore expert. It effectively makes all omnivores worth more, so specifically this bad boy. I don't know if nectar counts. I don't think it does. We'll have to find out. But yeah, let's go with these. So I'm pre-selecting these 2 birds. Oh, right, and we're gonna need some resources. So I'm gonna... am I gonna need nectar? Oh, I start with 1. Okay, so in that case, we can actually grab the red wattled bird. It's not amazing. It gives me nectar for every, from the supply for every bird. Every bird with a wingspan less than 50 centimeters. Let's see. So we want a worm. We want a worm. We want a rodent, and then we want like 2 random things. I'll grab a fish. Oh, I have grabbed too many. Is that okay? I guess it doesn't really matter, because I think we want to get the Spangled Drongo down, and that'll eat anything, so we'll just take a random rodent. We already have the nectar, so I think that should be good. Cool. Let's figure this out. So unfortunately, I don't know if I go first or if I go last in this situation. They all do. I mean, it'll be fine, but me starting earlier with the Spangled Drongo would have been really helpful. Or, no, I do go first. Okay, cool. So by playing this, when another player gains nectar, gain 1 from the supply, but it only happens once. Still useful, though. Because that effectively nets me, presumably, 1 nectar per turn. So let's just pay all of that. That puts 1 nectar in the woodlands as well. So I count for the nectar leaderboard over there. And you can see the star saying that I am currently tied for first. So I can't play another bird here because I need an egg. It's this cost up here. And we want to kind of fill this out because worms in food cost of your birds. I don't actually know if the shrike thrush works that way. But we specifically want to pay as many worms as we can in this round for birds. But we also need some more birds. We also need eggs. So I'm kind of in a bit of a pickle. I can draw cards. Oh. Actually, this is kind of great. Let's see. So we have the chipping sparrow. When activated, lay a free egg, which is useful. And then we also have the white-throated swift, which isn't amazing. I think I'm just going to grab the chipping sparrow for now. I know it's kind of overkill, but that'll let me fill out my grasslands. Or not my grasslands, my, it'll let me fill out a little bit of up here. I could... I could put this in the forest, or I could put it in the grasslands. And that would boost my egg production immediately. Might be more valuable that way. And did I get the nectar? Yes. So I get a free nectar, so I could potentially get the chipping sparrow down. The only reason why I was considering not is... Oh, worms in food cost of your birds. Curious. Yeah, let's put this down. We'll put a wild card in. Ah, so it's just the cost of the bird, so I can use the nectar to pay for it. and it'll still count as food cost. Yeah, so I get up to 5 points depending on how much worm cost I have. And I think I get the nectar again. Sick. So I think for now we're going to need 2 egg. Let's see. And then lay a 3rd egg. Perfect. Nice and easy. And then we'll hopefully get some more nectar on the next round so I can probably just get the Shrike Thrush down. Like, I'm probably just going to slowly fill this out if I can. With just free nectar given to me by other players. I feel kind of cheesy for just having these Spangled Drongo down to just hoover up small quantities of resources for me. But, I mean, free resources are great. So I could get the red wattle bird. It'll give me nectar from the supply for each bird with a wingspan. So I could do that. Otherwise, we might want to actually look into drawing some cards. I can use one of my nectar to draw more cards, because my problem with the wattle bird is it gives me a bunch of nectar, but that's for each bird in this, which is kind of limiting, and it also doesn't take any worms. I don't have a whole lot of turns left, so I think what I'm going to do is spend 1 nectar, draw 2 cards. Do we care about any of these? Osprey gets me free fish, but it gives all of my... Ooh. That's interesting. Little owl. It's not terrible, it's not small. Oh. Lay an egg on an adjacent bird. It's kind of nice, and a golden eagle. Those are not what I want. Let's see. Well, I can't put them back. So I have no choice. So we could actually go for the Pukeko. Or we don't have enough resources for it at the moment. Oh, did nobody gain food? They did not, so that puts me in a bit of a pickle. Not a huge one. I guess let's just choose food. We are... Because that's egg on an adjacent bird. So to some degree, we almost want to get the golden eagle down ASAP. So yeah, we need... that to... No, I think I'll be fine. Because yeah, I'll be able to play the golden eagle. Reset it. Cache a mouse. How many will you be cached? The rest will be added to my supply. Oh, you may cache it. Any or all of them on the bird. So I could actually keep it. If I want resources. I don't strictly. But I don't hate it either. Because I could gain 1 point. I think I'm just going to keep it. Because right now we need resources, not points. So I can actually scale up. Okay. This feels a little overkill, but we're going to get the golden eagle down immediately. Pay the rest of our nectar. And that way I can get the Pukeko down. To start laying eggs. And to some degree, we can use that to kind of skip an amount of the mid-tier. As long as I have enough resources. So we'll just want to draw a bunch of cards. Okay, so let's take a look at this. So I've got 2 birds in the forest. I'd like to get more. We've got birds worth greater than 4. And then birds with tucked cards. So I might not get a whole lot of the bonuses here. When played, play another bird in your forest. I actually really like that. I actually like a couple of these. Because the red-winged blackbird, tuck a card from your hand behind this bird if you do lay an egg on this bird. Being able to do egg engine here as a bonus is not a terrible idea. So let's draw both of these birds. Because I can potentially play both of these, assuming I have the resources for it. Let's see. Look at it. And we tuck a card. So that's worth a point. And then also is good for this one as well. Like, I might want the Atlantic Puffin. Maybe. Okay, our Drongo procs. So, ooh, tough one. Okay. So, play another bird in your forest. Pay its normal cost with a 1 egg discount. So that's actually pretty useful. That would mean I can probably get enough. Yeah, let's just gain a bunch of resources. So I'm going to need... I don't need the fish. But I'm going to pick the fish. Oh, I can't. Interesting, it's not letting me. Alright. Grab a wheat. Let's grab a worm. Okay, I mean, have none of that. So I'll have to wait till next turn. Hopefully somebody grabs nectar. I mean, there's 2 sitting right there. Yeah, there we go. So that'll give me my second nectar. Okay. And we have 2 eggs left. So this way I can get the gray warbler down. Pay with worm. Oh, gotta spend egg. And then we can play the wattled bird. Pay both. And that should give me 4 nectar to use willy-nilly on anything I want. So specifically getting the blackbird and the pukeko out. Oh, we only get 3. I mean, that's fine. We can use it to get the pukeko out. I think I'm gonna have to do 1 egg lay action though. Because yeah, we have no eggs currently in the supply. 4 rounds left, that should be fine. Grab this. Do I actually care? Yeah, none of these specifically scale off of... none of the bonus objectives scale based on bird, so we can just kind of do whatever we want. Let me get another nectar. Which means... I should be able to play the pukeko. Let's see. Play those. That kind of bird. Okay. Canadian goose ain't terrible. Mallard is great, actually. So we might want to do a draw action. Oh, perfect. And I can specifically use the last of the nectar. Yeah, we're just gonna nectar really hard on the lower section so nobody can compete with me down here. Okay, so let's draw. Because we might as well grab Mallard. Oh, hold up. I still like the Mallard for drawing a stupid amount of cards. Okay, we're also going to spend a nectar. Discard the last. Okay, choose 3 cards. Do we want the Mallard? You know, actually, no. The Mallard, if I get all of these birds down, we're gonna have like 4 cards around. Okay, tuck a card from hand. To lay an egg on the bird. So another player does gain food. I could get rodents. Gain food from the supply and cash it on the card. Or roll dice and on the bird feeder. Oh. I kind of like the falcon. Okay. So lay egg on current bird, lay egg on adjacent bird. And so that means when I draw cards, I should gain enough. Little penguin. Oh no! Gold Eagle just ate a dang penguin baby. I feel bad about that. Actual guilt. Yeah, so I'm going to gain 4 points out of that one. That's fine. Round 3 is going to be... I don't know. I might be able to pull this off. We have the Falcon, which is good. We also have the Shrike, which is great. The big and immediate problem is I have no resources. So I might need to draw here. Or not draw. I might need to grab some resources. Take a card from your hand behind this bird. If you do, players gain stuff from the supply. So some of these would actually be pretty good. Including like the Peregrine Falcon. But I think for starters, let's go for this. Yeah, do I want to get rid of the Loggerhead Shrike? I think we do. Because I think the Falcon works better. So let's grab 1 nectar, re-roll this. Okay. So none of these specifically help me, but none hurt either. Let's grab mice. For the most part, we haven't needed worms yet. No worms, gain nothing else. And so we don't have that many free food powers, but we have a number. Let's get the Falcon down next round, deplete this bird, and then do another draw. And hopefully they have enough egg power. Let's change this to just be double nectar. There we go. Do we have any eggs on the mid layer? I should check that. We have 1 left. Kind of useful to note. Not amazingly. Oh. Oh no, there's the Galah. Oh no, the Galah is different. Yeah, do I want the Galah? I think we're just going to go for this. I don't think we want to do the bonus because I think we want to hold on. So, gain all worms in the bird feeder? No. Do we want the Galah? Oh, it's one of the parrots with the, like, really goofy crests. I mean, that's not particularly specific. There's a lot of them. Choose another player. If they reset the bird feeder, gain a wheat if there is one. Tuck 2 behind this bird. That's okay. I think I'm just going to draw 3 and we'll just see what happens. Kakapo. Ooh. Kakapos are cute. Okay, no food outside the bird feeder. Oh, ouch. Skip that card. Tuck a card behind. So discard a worm. If you do, gain 1 nectar from the supply. It's okay. And then Northern Shoveler. All players draw 1 card from the deck. I do kind of like that. It might help them. I can only fit 1 more thing in my wetlands. So why don't we get rid of the Rufous-banded Honey Eater? Gets an egg. Red-winged Blackbird gets an egg. And Barn Swallow gets swallowed. Yeah, unfortunately for me, even if I get a nectar here, I'm gonna have to go get some resources. But I do have some turns left. 3 turns left. So do we want to get rid of... Well, we could play the Kakapo. Huh, yeah, why not? Because we don't need the Northern Shoveler. Oh, do we want the Northern Shoveler right now? I've only got 2 birds. Okay, so let's think about this for a little bit. So if I play the Kakapo, I could get 4 resources next turn. So third turn, second turn is food, but we'd be out of eggs, so I wouldn't be able to get the shoveler down. It would cost me a point. Whereas I could gain food now, play the northern shoveler. No matter what, I'm going to have a weird supply. Because the Kakapo doesn't need to be played yet. So I think let's... the only immediate problem is that if I play the Kakapo now, I can get more resources on my food action. Yeah, let's just do it. Okay. And then my next turn, I will gain food. Okay, 2 turns left. So I guess we're going to have to gain food and then probably just draw more cards. So I'm not going to be able to get him down. Well, it's fine. So let's gain the berry. Let's gain that. Reroll this. So we're going to need wheat and worm? Or, yeah. Yeah, that should be enough. Reset the bird feeder. We have no mice. Cannot cache. And I don't think anybody's going to be gaining a nectar on this round. Anyway. That'd be weird and nonsense. And we have 1 egg left, yeah? Cool. I'll probably trigger that for an extra draw. Discard egg. Okay, choose 4 cards. So, we have 1 more here. So we're looking for things that specifically go in the grasslands. Well, there's the common raven. Which is universally just great. Nothing outside the bird feeder. Tuck a card. Okay, so what do we not need? Another player takes the lay eggs action. This bird lays an egg. But that's only once per turn. I mean, I guess the one thing is... yeah, let's just get rid of it. Lay egg on bird. Lay another egg on bird. Tuck a card. Boy, we were just... my eagle is eating good today. Yeah, we got the common raven, which is an absolute banger card, but kind of useless at this point. Okay, so 5 turns left. I have some resources. Now I could get the shoveler down. But I think I'm actually going to get the common raven down. Let's see. And... yeah, fine, I'll use the worm. Okay, click on a bird, spend egg. Yeah, better for me to draw cards at the moment than to actually do the lay egg action. This would give me, what, 3, 4. This would give me 4 eggs. Whereas this would get me at least 2. We don't have any nectar, nobody's going for it. Now let's go for this, because we get more points. Oh. It's actually kind of good. Okay, dice outside the feeder. None of those. So what do we want to get rid of? The willet? Yeah. Leg on the bird. Leg on an adjacent bird. My eagle is eaten every single round. That's wild. Okay, game in. Cache resources from your supply on this bird. So what can I play? Kind of nothing. So, here's the question. If I do this, I do gain up to 4 eggs. Plus can play something else down. Let's discard a resource. Or discard a card. What about the shell duck? Yeah, shell duck ain't that useful. Discard that. For what kind of resources? You know, frankly, pair of nectar. Then lay egg on a bird. Probably be better if I just went full egg machine here. But, oh, well, this one's tough. Yeah, we only have 2 turns left. I could gain 2 birds, but they're gonna have to be worth more. Is the... yeah, the Australian Raven is worth it. But I don't think we want to play any more birds. I think at this point we want to just do full Egg Lord. That way I can get my resources up. Well, not even full. Perfect. Wait, that's not helpful for me. But I know what I can do. Let's start by discarding the nectar, because that goes away at the end anyway, and we're going to discard a card for that one. Always feels like I don't have enough time whenever I play this game. There. Discard an egg to gain, I don't know, berries. Why not? Okay, then lay another egg. Yeah, not nearly enough. Not nearly enough time. I think I spend too much time getting everything down. And then not enough time actually using it. That's okay, we did a reasonable job with the end of round objectives. And we get the Kakapo. So I can choose one of these. So which one of these do I have? Well, it's this one. Large bird specialist, apparently. Because... yeah, this wouldn't get me anything. I don't have enough eggs laid. Whereas I have a bunch of large birds. Okay. Cache all of my resources. Oh, I could have just cached all. But 4 extra points on the Australian Raven. Let's see how I did. So, looks like I got first place for every single nectar reward, which is an extra 15 points. 106. Wow, I thought this was actually kind of a wash run, but it looks like it did really well. So much of that mostly boiled down to having a bunch of birds. And then also those nectar goals helped a ton. Neat. Well, do we do one more? I think I will. Don't want to preserve the game? Nah. Let's just do another round. Playing this solo is considerably faster than playing with friends, which is... yeah, I mean, that makes sense. The computer automatically just handles objectives. Or, objectives handles the other players, whereas if you're playing with somebody else, they have to decide what to do, and that sometimes takes a while. Okay, so what do we want to do? I usually like nixing the one of the 2 sections if I can. Boy, I don't like any of these. I mean, yellow-bellied sapsucker gets me some extra resources at the very least. The western meadowlark. All players lay eggs on any egg clutch, but you get an additional one. That's good. Oh. Choose 1 to 3 birds in your wetlands. Tuck one from your hand. Oh, if you tuck at least one, draw a card. Whoa, Mute Swan's actually really good. Kind of expensive. Let's just get enough to get the sapsucker down, and... I guess let's grab a spare wheat so I can get that Mute Swan. Okay, birds in your hand at the end of the game, or birds with stickness. Neither of mine have stickness. Let's go with birds in your hand. So that means we're going to have to go for a heavy draw build, but that's fine. Let's use the sapsucker. Sure. Yeah, because that'll leave me with a worm and a wheat. Oh, right. Birds with tuck cards. Well, that's not happening. Birds with cup nests. Brown powers. I usually specialize in those. And then clutch eggs with clutch egg birds with eggs. Those I'm good at. Okay, so I'm going to need... That's a lot of fish. Let's grab 1 nectar, fish, and another fish. Because if I'm going to... Oh, wait, no, we can't. Alright, that should give me a supply. So this way I can get the Mute Swan down. I am... mixed bag on going for this. Last round, for example, we had a bunch of free egg cards. This will be... Yeah, that's fine. Because I could go for something like the Lewin's Honey Eater, which does get me extra nectar. The only problem is I end up buffing another player. I guess I could spread it out a little bit, which is not terrible. Yeah, it feeds me. And would I want this Cerulean Warbler? They're both cup egg birds. Sure. And do we want to tuck anything? Oh, yeah. Because if I tuck at least one, I get to draw. Gets me a Seti's Warbler. Counts double towards end of round goal, if it qualifies. I don't know if I care about that one. We might want to keep throwing these... Fish Crow is really good. And it's gone. They took it immediately. They knew. I am not surprised. So the question is, do we want to get the Lewin's Honey Eater down, or do we want to just kind of keep drawing some cards? We'll at least get 1 point for a tucked bird. Otherwise, do we actually want to get the Seti Warbler down? It's only going to be useful for the next one. Whereas, if I go up here, I don't have enough eggs. You know what? No. We'll just draw again. Let's see. Stubble quail. Fascinating. Not sure if I care too much. Cash the card. Okay, Peregrine Falcon. This is nice. I was really hoping for that crow. Yeah, I need a good egg engine here. Unfortunately, I think these suckers are just going to be competing with me on some of these. Oh. I gained a free worm. Is that useful? Not over much. We could get this stubble quail down. I mean, it's dirt cheap. Sure. Screw it. That at least gets us 2 eggs. And we don't want to... We don't want to discard any food right now. That would be really bad for me. Yeah, cheap bird, worth a lot of points. Unfortunately, its wind plate ability is kind of ho-hum, but at least this way I can get 2 eggs when playing down. I think this is going to be a bit rougher of a start, as there's not much I can immediately do. I was really hoping I get that fish crow, because that would at least mean I wouldn't have to go back to the woodlands ever. Actually, you know what? I'm a mulligan. This round ain't going so great, and while I could make it work, I think I goofed it early. So let's just start fresh, start over, and well, there's the mute swan right off the bat. Let's see what happens. Place the bird sideways so it covers 2 spaces. Pay the lower egg cost. I love him. If the next player has a... Huh. Well, I do like the pheasant cuckool. When another player takes lays egg action, lay an egg on that bird. So that's nice passive. I'm going to grab the common blackbird as well. The tui would be interesting. Copy of brown power on one bird in the, in the forest next to them. I love the idea of it. And then there's, the rufous-banded honeycatcher, which lets me upcycle worms into nectar. I don't know. I'm probably going to call them lotus by accident. And then there's the karoo, which I think is also kind of nice, because effectively it lets me yoink nectar potentially from these players. But I think I want to set up so I can get the... blackbird soon. Birds with at least 4 eggs laid on them. 1 per bird. Or birds with stick nests. Do we have any of those? No. 6 plus bird stick nests or eggs laid on them. I mean, that means I should go for an egg machine build. Let's go for... Let's go for that. Oh, I can't get the blackbird down. But it is going to lock me out of getting the pheasant. Not doing it. We'll lose 1 egg. Yeah, so this way I don't need to spend as much time here. And if we can find some other means of gaining resources, I should probably watch this like a hawk. Just in case I find something else. I did like the mute swan, that was quite good. Birds with no egg. Oh. Okay, so let's just gain a pair of those. I think the really efficient means of using the common blackbird would actually be to play 1 bird, then the blackbird, but we didn't have a whole lot. We didn't have a whole lot of options. Oh. Free resources. Okay, so let's get the pheasant down. Pay the 2 nectars. So now I get free eggs, presumably. Not always. All players draw a card from the deck. When played, play another bird in the same habitat, pay its normal cost. Those are useful. Okay, so I think what I want to do is... We have no egg. I'm limited on food. I'd like to get the tufted titmus down, but none of them gave me anything. You know what? Let's preemptively just lay a pair of eggs on the common blackbird. I'm just gonna hope one of them lays more eggs for me. But that way I can draw another card. Repeat a brown power on one other bird in this habitat. Draw another card. Tuck a card from your hand behind this bird. If you do, gain worm or... Okay, I mean, that's fine. We could play both of them. I don't have the resources for it right now. We do have a really silly option. 3 birds left. I would need 4 eggs. It's doable. Okay, so we're going to do the really silly thing. I'm going to grab the gray warbler. And let's discard an egg. It's so tempting to actually grab the catbird. Repeat a brown power. Currently it's not useful, but later it is. Also, it's a left beak. Okay, so what am I going to need? I'm going to need 2 more eggs. Or 3 more eggs. Which, like, if somebody lays eggs, then I'm good. Oh, all players gain a berry from the supply. Okay, I got 3 turns left. So if I want to play the gray catbird, let's think about this. We have 3 turns left. I think I can do this. So what we're going to do is we're going to gain food, gain a worm, or no, gain both of the nectars. And then we're going to lay eggs. Then we're going to play all 3 birds at once. Because that should give me everything I need to do exactly this. Unless nobody lays eggs, at which point I'm slightly hosed. How are none of these people laying eggs? One of you. Expand your birds. I am lummoxed, to say the least. Just 1 egg. That's all you need. Stupid tactical AI is too smart for me. Well, there's the scale quail. That's nice, at least. Okay, so how many birds do I have down? Freaking 2. So, here's the downer. What I'd wanted to do was do the tufted titmus and the gray warbler. But I cannot. Because I need 4 eggs, and I have 3. Well, maybe what I will do is just get the gray warbler down. And then the pygmy nuthatch. Yeah, let's do it. Okay, so we need to actually use a berry on this one. Spend an egg. Play a second bird. So this way I can get the pygmy nuthatch down using both of those. Pay the egg cost. And we'll just have to get rid of the tufted titmus because it's not helpful anymore. I mean, that still gives me 4 birds. Oh, but one has an egg. Dang, yellow's getting birds down. Okay, it's fine. And there, now somebody has laid an egg. Rude. So, I'd like to get the scaled quail down. We could burn 2 resources to do it. But that feels like weird overkill. I guess first let's take a look at this. All players may discard 1 egg from a bird. Each player that discards an egg gains resource from the supply. Otherwise we could get the European roller. Well, you know what? We have spare egg. So let's discard an egg. Okay. I do actually like the... Oh, it's the frigate bird. I like the European roller. Because we can use that. And I could get the Cockabo, who's worth like a decent amount of points. Because I could potentially use the frigate bird and the cat bird to do to gain 2 resources per turn, assuming I could have some level of egg machinage down there. Yeah, let's do it. Alright, so we get free egg. Yeah, we don't want to get the tufted titmus down. We are going to want mouse, worm, reroll, nectar. And then we want to tuck a card. Tufted titmus. Don't need it anymore. So that lets me get either... let's grab the wheat. Okay, silly as this is, I'm going to be able to get some stuff down. Okay, so we have the gray catbird. I mean, we could put the gray catbird here. Because it would let me lay more eggs on bird. We're going to just start with the scaled quail. Alright, we also need cup nest eggs. Boy, I sure don't have a whole lot of those. Yeah, see, now I'm getting the free eggs. And free berries. I like those. Yeah, do we want to do the Eurasian roller? I think we do. My logic, for the most part, boils down to... this way I can get a lot of eggs really fast. Okay, get more. Yeah, the question is, do I want to get the catbird down? Or do I want to put the catbird down here? We're not going to be drawing cards anytime soon. Yeah, let's get the catbird down. Because we're about to run out of time anyway. Okay. Yeah, I can't do anything, so I'm going to need... not any of these. Do we want to just gain a bunch of eggs? Because none of these are that good. When activated, draw one face-up card from the tray with one of those. May reset or refill... oh. I mean, the musk duck ain't terrible. Yeah, do we want to draw two? Sure. Let's grab the musk duck. And, well, Franklin's gull will let me draw, like, a stupid amount of cards. I'm not sure if that's a wise decision. Because I'm already going to be burning eggs left and right. Unless maybe that's what I do. Maybe we do just burn egg. Okay, and we don't have any other brown powers, but that's fine. Oh, there's the heron, but we can't do it yet. We need to get some eggs down, otherwise I'm going to lose out on like 4 points. Okay, lay egg. Okay, so we want cup egg. Oh, it's number of eggs. So we'll get like 4 points. I'll take it. Okay. So we're gonna need a lot of food to pull this off. This is tempting, but let's wait for a second. Do we want to draw anything? Any woodpecker? No. Because I can tuck a card behind to gain another food. All things considered, I don't think... Actually, Franklin's gull is okay. I think I'm still going to get rid of it, though. Whoops. Okay, choose food than bird feeder? No. Well, gain a nectar. In the mouse. Actually, do we want the mouse? No, we don't. We actually just want worms. And I think I'll get rid of Franklin's gull. Because musk duck does kind of the same thing. And lets me cycle what's in the draw pile. Let's gain a wheat. Because I'm going to kind of need those. We still need fish, which is a little tough. Okay. And the passive egg machine is rolling. How do I want to do this? I could get the frigate... Oh, I see. The frigate bird lets me use a double resource here. Let's see. No. Use one of the worms. So I'll need to draw a little bit more. And hopefully get egg. Or nectar. Both are good. Wait, have I been skipping that? Oh, it's full. Oh, that's a problem. I could just get the frigate bird down. It's going to cost me all of my resources, but sure. Okay, we need to spend those eggs. So actually, yeah, we definitely want the frigate bird now. I think this should work. Because we'll draw a bunch of cards, get some resources, get free egg. Alright, let's do that. Egg, discard an egg. Okay, choose 3 cards. So we have the common nightingale. Choose a food type. All players gain 1 of that supply. You know what? I'm just going to snag that. And then we're going to snag 2 more. Continue. Okay, discard an egg from a bird in your wetland. Okay, so we can only do that once, but that's fine. What do I need for this? Everything. I only have 2 rounds left. So I'm going to need to lay eggs. Actually, why don't we grab this? I guess the spotless crane ain't terrible. It's not great. Okay, so let's grab that one. Oh. Refill the tray, reset the tray. And we get a shoveler. So we get to just freely draw it. Choose one other player you both draw from the deck. Sure. And looking at that, that might actually be a good candidate. Okay. And let's reset the tray again. And snag that. I need something that lets me tuck. Otherwise, I'm just going to have, like, a stupid amount of cards. I guess we do want the stupid amount of cards, though. Okay, so I have 2 turns left. What do I do? So I can get the nightingale down. None of these are stick nests. And we have a wild card. So, at most, I'm going to be getting 2 points here. I guess that means it's not particularly worth it for me to care. So the real question is, I have 1 resource. I guess we will lay eggs. Maybe. Yeah. Okay, spend the nectar. And then we want to deplete 2 eggs from the pheasant. Otherwise, it's going to fill up too much. Alright, we get free egg. Yeah, I guess I'm going to just lay eggs. And let's discard a random... Get rid of the mallard. What? No. Oh, I see. Discard the mallard. I don't think we're going to get as many points this time around. Which is a little unfortunate. But whatever. Okay, lay egg on current bird. We will get a lot of eggs here, though. Which is nice. Okay, so I'll get 2 points. Not the best round end bonus, but what was I gonna do? Wait, what? Oh. Oh, I didn't put it in the frigate bird. I'm a fool. Whatever. Okay, so how are we doing on left beak? I got 3. And I have no resources. So the problem is, to some degree, I think I might want to just egg. I think let's draw first. And 1 of these eggs. Discard an egg. That one. Okay, so Hooded Crow, round to end. For each action... Whoa, choose one other player. Okay, Hooded Crow is actually kind of great. Let's just grab all of those. Let's see what that gives me. Okay, so I get to gain anything from the supply. One other player. Okay, so what else did I grab? Pygmy Goose. Draw 2 cards from the deck, give one to another player, keep the other. Reset the bird feeder. No. Lay eggs in each of your birds with a... I think it's a clutch nest or whatever. That one's kind of good, but not amazing. What was the last one? Goes up here, gets me resources. Whereas, I definitely want this bad boy. Okay, so we want 1 worm. Oh, I see. They can only empty out their wetlands. Okay, so what am I going to gain? I mean, I guess it's kind of anything. And they get to choose whatever they want. So we'll just snag that. Costs me an egg, but this potentially limits them from being able to do the same. Let's gain 2 of those. Yeah. So the other one I'd want to potentially play is the chestnut-colored longspur. You know, that might be just as good. Okay, do I want to get the longspur down? As much as I like the idea of the Hooded Crow, this gets me another bonus card, is worth a lot of points, and is left beak as well. And would let me get more egg. And somewhat assures my dominance in this area. Okay. Well, we have nothing. That's not helpful. Yeah. At least this way we can lay a bunch of eggs. Yeah, it's not perfect. Yeah, we don't have enough passive resources. So we want to start filling up my 4 nests. At least these 2 should be full and ready to go. And I think we can fill that one up as well. Yeah. Okay, lay 1 on current bird. We're going to lay eggs again. We were going to want to go up to this one. Oh. I could have actually filled out the blackbird as well. Oh well. At least we'll get a stupid amount of points from this. But yeah, 1 more round. That's always the way it goes, though. You never quite have enough. If I had a better resource engine, I think the one thing I find is I really need to skip the food section. You only need it in the very beginning, and then after that, it's kind of meaningless. So if I can find birds, specifically like this bird. If I had started with this sucker, that would have given me some options. But alas, no dice. Okay. Go up to the nightingale. Yeah, not quite enough. Yeah, and that's only 5 extra points, so it's not amazing. But either way, I think I've still got a decent amount of points. Let's see. So not that many left, Beak. And we tied? We tied or I'm second on Nectar. Okay, so we both tied for this one, so we only get 3 points. And then I'm first on both of those, so that's a decent amount. And then, not as good as my previous one. The eggs definitely bridged the gap. This yellow was actually kind of rolling it. What did they have? Oh. So they actually, yeah, lay an egg on this bird, gain 1 resource from the bird feeder. So pretty basic but useful food generation. Looks like it was a lot of birds just here. Ah, the cuckoo was able to spread eggs around. That's part of the bonus. That's why they did so well. Every single one of their egg slots is filled. And also, I guess they did get a lot of the end of round goals and equal amounts of birds. I really just beat them in terms of the nectar bonus. And a little bit here and there. No, I mean, really, it was just the eggs. The eggs bridged the gap. We were tied otherwise. A little bit more on the tucked cards, but I just had that nectar bonus. Dang. Well, either way, absolutely lovely game. Truly one of the best, if not the best, digital board game on the market, and is a ton of fun to play solo. If you want to just keep improving your score, or with friends, like the netcode on this is seamless, and you can just pick it up and put it down. I think you can even do like one of those play. Is it play by email? People used to do that with Civilization back in the day, where you'd take like 1 or 2 turns per day, and it was much more of like you'd hop on every once in a while, send your turn off, and then continue on as normal. You can do that with Wingspan too. It doesn't mean that the games will take forever, but it's kind of neat to have that feature. So it's up to 5 players, I think, normally. And then you can also play with an Automa mode, which is kind of like a different AI that is a little bit more guided, that's built into the base game that was included in the digital version, because why the heck not? Anyway, like I said, I adore this game, and it's one of those that I look forward to playing whenever I get the opportunity to do so, and play it somewhat often with my family. Unfortunately, my brother is really good at this game, and so it makes it a little hard for me to commit the time to it, because, I don't know, it's just kind of sad when you're playing, you think you're doing well, and then, every single round, you just have somebody else that's just rolling the game, because there's nothing that can stop them. Anyway, so Wingspan itself is on sale for 50% off for $10, and I'd highly recommend it. It's super worth picking up and playing, even solo. And then the DLCs are $7 if you want to get the European expansion, and an additional $11 if you want to pick up Oceania. Frankly, I'd say just start with the base game. It's perfectly cromulent without. The only thing that you're going to be missing is that nectar resource. But for $10, it's a fantastic game, and you'll get a lot of time out of it. And so, I don't know. I need to do a video where I specifically recommend a bunch of digital board games, because there aren't a whole lot of them, especially there aren't a whole lot that are good. But boy, Wingspan is just above and beyond almost everything else. It is wild. And it's nice to see that they're bringing every single aspect of the physical games over. Just because it's that good in real life too. So, with all that said, if you guys like this video in any way, shape, or form, leave me a like, helps more than you know. And if you want to see more rad new games every single day, then hit subscribe, because I got tons to check out and show off. But with that, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.